Hello and welcome back to Ipswich. I nearly missed my cue there. I was thinking about all kinds of things, but we are back here and the season begins in earnest tonight. And we have, it's fairly difficult, I would say. We've got to play Leeds twice now because I've arranged that friendly. But we have a squad of sorts. I have brought a couple of players. I've decided that Emmanuel is going to come in. He helps with registration. And also going to bring in Ruud de Boer. He's a youngster, 21 years old now. I'm just going to give him his opportunity in the first team squad. He's got a good reputation in the club, Premier League standard. We shall see. So he will come in and play some football. I'm actually thinking of playing him against Leeds, taking a look at him, see what he can do. And I'm also actually thinking of going into comprehensive highlights. I want to have a look at one or two players, so bear with me, guys. I know it's only a friendly, and you guys often don't play friendlies, but I think it's really important to have a look at how the tactic is working out. I'm wondering about these midfielders, and should they be marking tighter and tackling harder? I'm going to put that on Zambrano, or Zambrano. Probably not. I might get him to mark a bit tighter. It's obviously a risk. Because they'll be getting very close to the opposition, but I just feel like we should be a little bit more aggressive in midfield, and we'll see how that works out. I've made a couple of adjustments to the attacking wing back on the right hand side to get him to run wider with the ball, because we are playing narrow. So we've made a couple of adjustments, but I want to just see how it's working out now. Leeds is a good test. There are places up for grabs because I don't know what my first team is yet. It's not been a good transfer window. We've only brought the one player in, Zambrano, and everybody else that we've approached has fallen through. I still have to replace Silva. I'm short up top, so I have to replace Silva. And hopefully we will do that before the transfer window closes. We've got 100 million. It's just finding the right player. I possibly need him to cover across the attacking midfield line and to cover across and to be able to play as a striker. Got my eye on one player, but not making any moves as yet for him. And here is De Boer playing as an attacking midfielder. Not quite sure why he's gone in there. He's just instructed to run wide with the ball. But hey-ho, a little bit of flair, a little bit of invention, never hurt anyone. So here he is again, De Boer. And he's very well involved in the game up to now, and what a chance. Emmanuel at the back post. So there's the two players that I've decided to bring in to the squad. They're good in terms of registration purposes. Two homegrown players. And it is about time that maybe some youngsters from our youth system got to go. I don't think we're going to have a good season. We won the Premier League and the Europa League last season. I think the Champions League is too much for us at the moment. And I think that Premier League-wise, we'll be lucky to qualify for the Europa League. It is my hope we can get into the Europa League in the top 6. But I think that's probably as far as we can go with this team. I need to have a look at the season preview, see what the pundits think, so that we can get some idea of where we're predicted to finish. But I don't think this is as good a team without Silva now as we had last season. We've lost a couple of midfielders, brought Cambrano in to replace the midfielders. We were a bit heavy in midfield. We've lost Dominguez and probably will lose Chiesa, I'm guessing, before the window shuts. So we're in the market for a couple of players. But at the moment, I just want to see how this is working out. We do need to pass it around a little bit crisper than what we're doing. A little bit more one touch would be handy. But creating a very nice chance goes out for a corner. So, yeah, we are creating, but they're not great chances at the moment. I'm going to have to sack my set-piece coach because I don't like this. And we've had several goals disallowed because he's been standing right in front of the goalkeeper. I think I might have to make a tweak with that. If it continues to be a problem, I might have to make a tweak myself. Or sack the set-piece coach and get another one. Probably do need to get a decent set-piece coach in. Oh, that's another chance, Harry Bass. I'd expect you to score that. But it was a good save. Meslier, of course, would have been playing against his old club, but decided to rest him today and give Nivas another try. He's not been great in pre-season, Nivas. Meslier has been slightly better. Meslier had a very good game against Real Madrid. A goalkeeper I could do with getting a better good goalkeeper in, but I just don't have the funds at the moment. And I think goalkeeper can wait. Bajcetic, I'm expecting big things from this year. Whether we will get them or not is another matter. This Leeds team don't look like mugs. And I'm trying to keep an eye on what's happening in midfield and when Leeds break. Are we a little bit too tight to them now because of this Mark Titer? And we look okay when we are breaking forward. We're getting numbers forward. We look fine. Just have to wait to see what happens when Leeds are. That's a chance. And that's the goal. Corrado. Is he offside, though? Looks like he's been given offside. Is he? Yep. No, it looks like it's been given. Oof. I'd have given him offside myself. But we'll take that. No, it's been given offside. That's very strange. And this is very strange because that's not where the free kick should have been taken from, but I think it's moved on a couple of minutes. What's really important is picking up the second ball, and are we picking up the second ball? I've got Barco coming inside, so that's the idea of that, is that we do pick up these second balls when they're headed down. He's also an extra body in midfield. It's very attacking, this. It's like we will concede goals on the counter-attack. So what's this? Where's this second ball? We didn't win the second ball there. Looking at these boys in midfield. Oh, that's dreadful. Who was that? De Boer. Leeds are no mugs. Of course, they are a Premier League team. They're absolutely not a bunch of clowns in this year of 2030, and that will count. And Zambrano, I think that's his first goal that he scored for the club since he's arrived. Attacking mid supreme. Attacking central mid, should I say. Gets forward very well. I worry about his whether he's there to cover, but that's a good start. It is a strange looking forward line that I've got, because none of these, apart from Corrado occasionally, would have been starting last year. Winkler's not very fit. He was in the World Cup playoffs, so he's only just come back. He's not very fit. He did have a run out in the last game against Real Madrid, but didn't look all that special. So we're probably going to find he's knackered. Oh. But we're certainly giving Leeds a game here. I'd like to see us working the ball into the box a little bit more. A lot of our shots are coming from outside the box. But Leeds don't really look like a threat at the moment. We've got them where we want them, camped in their half. If we can take this kind of form into the league, we'll probably do well at the beginning. Except we need to improve our finishing. But then I have got this very strange forward line, and Corrado really isn't. He's not really an advanced forward. So I might switch that up a little bit. I might change that. So we'll go and do that. I'm going to just make an adjustment. That might explain why things are not working out up front. So Corrado probably is a better deep lying forward, and then Newton can play as a shadow striker. And we'll try that way. And let Corrado come a little bit deeper. He likes to play in that deeper role. So we'll see what happens. It's just, I would have expected more goals from that. When we're getting 5 on target, we're better than this. So we'll see how the little tweak works. Oh, lovely pass. Oh, Corrado, you donkey. What was that? I think I could have scored that. But it was better movement from him. Much better movement. We do, of course, after this, have the Community Shield coming up. We will be playing Manchester United. Manchester United, who beat us in the semi-final of the Cup last year, went on to win the Cup. And we need revenge. We don't play very well against United for some strange reason. Who is that then? Ganote. He's a good player. But we are much the better team here. What I think I might do is I'm just going to take oh yes, Zambrano with his second. I'm just going to allow him to focus more on his attacking duty. So I'm going to take the mark tighter off him and leave Bajcetic doing the mark tighter. I think Bajcetic can do that. Well, kind of. But he's a better tackler than he is a marker, but he can do that job. I think a deserved lead. Zambrano is getting into some good positions there, the attacking centre mid there. Harry Bass is all over the pitch as well. Play like this in the league, we're going to do well. Just need to convert a few more chances. Oops. That wasn't good by Barco. Just wondering, Barco. Let's take that off. Maybe we don't need. Oh, it's part of his. Of course, it's part of his role. We are going to give chances away. There's no doubt playing this attacking, but if we can tighten up the defence, it will be okay. But I think we're not going to have issues defending. I think we're going to have issues attacking. Hit the bar again. What's Diamonde doing as a winger? Giving the ball away. That's what he's doing. But he gets back pretty well. Well, he's out of shape. We're out of shape now, but well done, Ruwalt. It's actually not looking too bad. Shape looks very good. We're going to leave space out on the wide. But the shape looks really good in terms of attacking players, in terms of the midfield. Leeds have hardly had the ball. You can see where they've had the ball. They are trying to get down the flanks, but they haven't had a lot of the ball. So we are happy with the shots on target. And Zambrano probably does need to be rested at some point. So we will just leave it at that and send them out with, you're doing well. We are a team of two halves, though. Desperately bad in one half of the game and good in the other half of the game. As we saw against Real Madrid, when Real Madrid came back from 3-0 down. We seem to stop playing. I've got to find out how to keep them playing. Or we have a really bad first half and then play in the second half. I think often what these boys need is a damn good bollocking. I have to change my personality to my manager personality from motivator to what's the other one? What's the bossy one? And just give them a damn good rollicking. They do tend to actually respond to that. Give them a good half-time ear wagging. And they do come out fighting in the second half. Tell them they've done well and they just generally don't focus. Oh, what a chance. Well, I would say that had to be a corner. Oh, it's that guy again who was offside. But this team has been much, much better since we've allowed them to attack. We were playing, I think, a little bit too defensively, which was causing the bad results. And now we've just, now they're attacking, and we don't worry too much about defence. We're playing a lot better. That's a save for the camera. 74% of possession. My old school coach used to say, if the opposition haven't got the ball, they cannot score. And he's quite right, of course. Only you try telling a bunch of 16-year-olds to keep possession. It's not that easy. He had a tough job, my old coach. Oh, we had one. Can't remember what his name was now. But he would not stop dribbling. He would never pass the ball. He was just a pain in the neck. In the end, I think he had to be dropped. He was really good. And he had a good shot on him, but we had to drop him in the end because he would just never pass the ball. Like, good Lord. He was worse than Garnacho. He just never, ever passed the ball. I can't remember what his name was now. He was good at dribbling, though. But you got to pass the ball, Sunshine. He's usually knackered by half time because he'd just done too much running. Didn't understand the principle of let the ball do the work. Emmanuel, how's Emmanuel getting on? He's on a 7.1. I'm not quite sure I would rate him as high as that. The game seems to like him. I think he might have got the assist or something, maybe. But I wouldn't rate him that high. So I always kind of worry, though, if you have a really good pre-season and you win everything comfortably, the Premier League always starts as a flop. I don't know. We're not putting Leeds away here. 16 shots, only 8 on target. It's got worse in the second half. And again, shooting from outside the box. Some of these players probably need to have shoot less often put on them as well. Emmanuel being one of them. His finishing isn't brilliant. Yeah, I think Emmanuel needs to be told to shoot less. So he's already done that. I'm already on the case there. Oh, we've got maybe Newerton finishing 11. Probably needs to shoot less often. Pass it around a bit, boys. Just like, don't be afraid to pass the ball. Who is that? Diamonde? No, Emmanuel. That's the type marker then. That should be Badgertich, yeah. So his buddy has got a bit of a freer role. Oh, nice, Aribas. Oh, time to make some changes very shortly, I think. The new season will begin. I think we can go to key highlights now. I think I've seen that against a Premier League club, it's doing okay, and we haven't got a full team out. As I said, we've got a very shabby looking forward line. Is that a penalty, referee? Certainly looked like it to me. Is this the season when Badgertich reaches his potential? Because we know he's a late developer. And that's why I've kept him for the last few years. It's just like waiting for him to develop. He's gone up to 3 stars now. Will he go up to 3.5 by the end of the season? Is he going to start reaching his potential? I know from Newcastle he became a 4.5 star by the time he was 27, 28. So will he start this season to reach his potential? Such a good player in FM, but takes a long time to mature. 2-0, we'll take that. We'll take this comfortable victory. I'm going to make some changes in a minute. Where's Barco? Nice and simple. That's what he always used to do, was just keep it very simple. Come back to that. Emmanuel's not doing too bad, but I don't know. Let's go and make a couple of changes. Some of these boys need resting for the Community Shield, including Badgetic. In fact, let's change them all. Who am I going to bring in as the right back? I want to have a look at... well, De Boer's doing okay. He can carry on. He's on a 7. Barco can come off. Hey, Jeb Sheep. We're going to need all the luck we can get. The transfer window has not been kind to us. So we are going to need all the luck we can get. So Carcarez is injured. Timon is injured. I'm really struggling. I have to play Van Beek as the left back. Let's change the entire team. Is Missouri on the bench or is he injured as well? Yeah, Missouri's on the bench. And then centre-backs. This guy, 21 years old, I rate him. So we're going to give him a game. I think he is the left footer, isn't he? Yeah. I actually rate him quite highly. He might become a very good central defender, free of charge. Mane can come on alongside him. And then coming in as a DM, João Gomez. I've got one 15-year-old. Is he 16 now? I think that I might actually put him in the first team squad as well. Looks like we might have to play... Yeah, he'll do okay for 30 minutes. And then up top, we're really going to struggle here. Velasco can come on up here. I think he'd rather play as an advanced forward, wouldn't he? So we'll revert those back. And then... I don't know who these guys are. Simon Royal is a right winger. Has played during pre-season. Winkler... Actually might put Velasco out on the left. Winkler can go up top. He's got 20 minutes in him. Maston Tueno can come on as the attacking mid. Let's see how that goes. Fresh legs all over the pitch. Well, not fresh. Winkler's certainly not got fresh legs. He was on his own there and he missed it, the Leeds defender. There was actually no one around him and he missed it. Not much resistance from Leeds, but I was expecting a bit more. But we haven't been very clinical. Got to find the players who are in form. Winkler probably needs a rest. He hasn't even had a week off. Just finished in the World Cup, and he's straight back into it. Had to play him against Real Madrid. I couldn't put a bunch of youngsters out against Real Madrid. I think we'll nip it up now to key highlights. I've seen what I need to see. Greenwood, where is he playing? Might be an idea to just make sure that he's not lonely. Interesting that Leeds have got 3 back from a set piece. They're all complacent, aren't they? I don't like this boy standing here. That ball ricochets around a lot. We get a lot of offsides from that. Still, he's the set piece coach. He knows what he's doing. Get in, Maston Tueno. Well, if we play like this when the Prem starts, I'll be more than happy. Nottingham Forest will be first up after Manchester United. I would hope we can just play like this and just bury Nottingham Forest. Hey James, how you doing, my friend? Good to see you. Still struggling to find a player to replace Silva. I've got my eye on one, but I'm not making a move as yet. Still got the whole of August to go. And I'm pretty sure that if I go and make a move now, my scouts will find someone better. Savio's playing for Leeds, is he? But they've been comfortably dispatched. We'll take 3-1. Simon Royal did well. Oi! 3-2? What's going on here? Savio's having an absolute storming game. I don't listen Football Manager interviews from BBC News. I'm not with you there, James. Football Manager interviews on BBC News. I mean, I know Miles did an interview. Oh, that's what you're saying. It was an interesting interview from Miles, from the director of SI. Yeah, it was an interesting. Yeah, it was a Jekyll and Hyde performance. I did listen to some of it. I got bored of it halfway through. It was kind of interesting. And basically what he was saying is what we already knew. It wasn't ready and he wasn't willing to put out a product that wasn't good enough. That's pretty much what he said. And we knew he was going to say that. So it wasn't, what he was saying was everything that we already knew. Who is this guy that I have got? Well, of course, there's Jurgensen. Jurgensen would be a great left winger. I want a replacement on the right, though, somebody who can play on the right and who can play up top. So, of course, he would be a great winger. But he's not the one. These are new. Some of these are new. Some of these are very new. He's not what I'm looking for either. But we do have Franco that we are keeping an eye on because he can play all across that midfield line. Or did we already try for him? What's actually happened with him? No, he's still available. He's someone that would be an interesting signing. He's not got much development left. He's 26 years old now, but he's still a very good player, and he can play across the attacking mid line. He can also play as an attacking central mid. But what's most important is that he can cover up top. And then I'll have 3 players who can cover for Winkler. So he's obviously someone I'm keeping an eye on. There's another one here. See, as August they're starting to appear now. Players who might fit the bill. He's even better. He can play all over the pitch. But he can't play as a right winger very well. So, as August starts to come in, there are players appearing. He is an exact replacement for Silva. 21 years old. He's 82 million. I've got the money. 5-star potential. He looks like a super player. 21 years old. I wonder if we can get him on loan. I wonder if he's available for loan. Oh, do you know, I'm never very good at putting these together. What's his wages? 130k. So let's try this. Although the problem is, if I try this and it fails, chances of bringing him in I don't know. We might have to be forced to buy him. He is an exact replacement for Silva and might prove to be better than Silva. You never know. So that one is new. And then another very, very good player who can do a little bit more than Silva, but is a very good player. There's no doubt about it. A bit old, 28, but he is a very good player. Not making my mind up on that yet, though. 91 for this Chelsea boy, Baldanzi. Absolutely perfect right winger, can cover as the advance forward, attacking mid as well, very good. He looks like an absolute no-brainer to me. So there's a couple that I'm keeping an eye on. Svedberg is another one. Plays everywhere. advanced playmaker. He lacks the pace. And then, of course, the one I originally was looking at, Darami. 28 years old. The 21-year-old is probably favourite. Talos Magno is surreal. Hey, Spike, how you doing? In the match engine. This geezer here. I mean, there's no doubt about it. He is a good player. I mean, he would solve the replacement for Silva issue. And as a right winger, he just... but he's 87 million. What have I got? So it would use up pretty much all my budget. We could do it on the Never Never. But I want to wait. I'm going to wait. Because we're only at the end of July. And the scouts now, as we come to August, are starting to find players. And I don't want to rush it and then find that the scouts go and find the perfect player. And then I've bought somebody else. So we will keep an eye on Magno. If we can find someone a little bit cheaper, we could get another defender in. He's, again, another great player. Yeah, he's already... We know about Manchester United. We'll either win it or we'll lose it. We'll either play well or we won't. But we're not changing the way that we play. We are going attacking. We've just changed the system a little bit. The other thing is that I do have these new contracts to do if they meet the 7. Some good players. Is he better than Magna? They're about the same age. I just like him. He's like a good player. I don't know. We do have to fill that void. The rest of it, I feel that we're fairly comfortable. Oh, I've been linked with Real Madrid now, have I? What shall I say? It's nice to have recognition, but I want to keep improving. That's a very modest reply. What's your transfer budget? I've got 105 million in there, Craig. So I've got money to spend. I've also got 100 and something in the wage budget. We were overspending there, but somehow it's been addressed. Players going out, I guess, but we've got money available. I did not say that. I said I'm flattered, but I want to keep improving. Now it's the press are reporting I want the Real Madrid role. I did not say that. This game is nuts. So the board now are not going to be too happy. But and that will confuse the players as well. Oi, where are you going, sunshine? Talk about twisted words. 3-2 against Real Madrid, 3-2 against Leeds. I told you we were a team of two halves. We went to sleep against Leeds in the second half. I think I'm just going to have to tell them. I don't want any complacency. I have to continually tell them. Alex Scott wants a new contract. Boy. Yeah, we're a bit light in there, aren't we? He's definitely valuable to me. Let's see if I can do to him what I did to the others, although I'm just going to be racking up debts. Is he one of the... targets? No. I'm going to add another target. And then I'm going to be faced with a whopping overdraft in the wages budget. Let's just try that then. Clearly an important part of the team. I can't afford to upset him, so let's offer him a new contract then. Oh, bugger. $150 to $180, Jesus. 130 to 155. What's he on now? 84. It's going to cost me 50 grand then. Alright, let's... I just had a chat with him. He's not going to budge on that, is he? Boy. 130. Let's see if I can bring him down a tad. Go 120 to begin. $125. He's happy with that. Let's have no more contract nonsense. The Ipswich board are hoping that Oldman will stay. Let's go to the job centre. Let's go have a look at so that we'll go to the job centre, find the Real Madrid, and I am actually favourite to get the job. Like, this happens all the time with Ipswich at the moment. It's like the game telling me you've got to leave. Where are we predicted to finish this season as it stands? 7th. So we should be set for a Europa League place. We could even do Champions League if we're lucky. But we're not going to win it again. Not with this squad. Can we get another trophy? We've already had one in pre-season, beating Botafogo in a competition I've never heard of, but we'll take it. So we've already seen one celebration. I think we've also got the Super Cup coming up as well. Can we win a couple of trophies? Meslier, Missouri, Diamande Mane, that's fine. Caceres, Bajetic, Gomez. Arribas, Mastantueno. Not sure about Corrado. Is Winkler not fit? He's probably just being rested, isn't he? I'm not sure about playing Corrado. although he has been bagging a couple of goals. Let's go with this, and then I'll have a look at the bench. I mean, the rest of it's fine. Winkler, though, maybe Winkler should be starting. Alex Scott should be starting as well. I'd start Barco. So let's start Barco. And let's put Caceres on the bench. Who's the... So Timon's still injured for 3 weeks. Where's my other fullbacks? So Rualt is a fullback, or... Actually, we'll play De Boer. We'll put De Boer on the bench. Zambrano. And Van de Beek. Or Van Beek. Utara is a good choice. Winkler can go on the bench with Maston Tueno. That means that Valesco can come in as the advance forward. And Corrado can come in for Winkler. Winkler can be rested. That's got that sorted. We're going to see now in the team meeting, everybody's like upset, feels Winkler should have been selected. We're going to see that. What's it? 6 to 8 mil gets you Franco with his release clause. Yeah, Edward, but is he good enough? It's the... I mean, you're absolutely right. His wages are huge, though. It's what he's expecting in terms of wages. Well, that's actually not bad. So, yeah, you're right. It is almost a free transfer. And he's a very, very good player. Is it worth waiting a little bit or making a bid for him? There's nothing wrong with him as a player. Just looking through his traits, runs with the ball through the centre, so he'd prefer to play here. Tries killer balls, plays 1-2s, likes to lob the goalkeeper, tries tricks. He's got a ton of traits which I don't like. But 6.8 release clause isn't obscene. I still think it's one of these two that I'm after. I've got the money. It really is, I think, one of these two that I'm after. He's an absolute brilliant replacement for Silva. He really is a brilliant replacement for Silva. He's just got it as far as I'm concerned. I think I'm probably going to end up spending the money on Baldanzi. I could bring them both in. Could also bring Franco in. Franca. It's possible to bring them both in. I'm just going to wait for a little while. Real Madrid fans consider Oldman leading candidate. I don't know where this shit has come from. I just said it's very flattering. Haven't even had an interview yet. Where has this come from? But this is so Ipswich. I've had this all through the save. even before we were successful. Gellert. I don't think I'm in the market for a right back anymore. I've got Mane who can play there. I've got Caceres who can play there. I've got Missouri who can play there. Roalt can play there. I'm not in the market anymore for a right back. Zambrano is capable. Caceres not. Utara's fine. Not too many instructions at this point. And he wants to, again, every time we play United, he goes in, oh, you got to play in this low block stuff. My assistant is a gem. But sometimes he's right, and sometimes he's not. I think we go out all guns blazing against United. There's got to be more opposition instructions than that. There's no Fernandez anymore. Rashford's still there. He's always a pain in the neck. And we will type Mark Mason Mount as well. This is a day for the supporters. I always tell them that in the Community Shield. Bring the trophy home, boys, for the fans. So here we go, the Community Shield. What Mad Dog is gem? I don't know, what do you think, James? Get one of those two or get both of them in? Because I could probably afford both, but then I'm going to struggle to get the wage hikes that I need at Christmas time. I might have to ask for more wage budget. But United are the better team. We always struggle against United. Always. They are pushing the ball out to the right. And they've had most of the play just outside their box. So we're right to press them hard. There's a lot of play going on just outside their box. Go on, Arribas. Go on, Sam. Badgetic, go on. This is your moment. Prove to me. Oh, what a chance. What a chance. Who's that? Missouri. We come back into the game, but that's the worry, isn't it? So there is something wrong with the lines. So my assistant might be right after all. The fact that we haven't had a shot on target means there's something terribly wrong with my lines. So it might be the low block might be more effective against them. But this is nice. Go on. Oh, that's not very good. So I am thinking that my assistant was right. The low block will probably be a little bit more effective. Doing a poor job of keeping the ball and not getting any. 46%, we're not doing that bad. And look, our XG is way better than... What is he talking about? And we've got the ball pretty high up the pitch compared to... What is he talking about? I think, though, he is right. I think we need to play in a low block. And I think that's why... I can bring the line back a little bit now. I think that's why we're not getting shots on target. You simply have to be better. Seem demoralised. Why? 6 shots, 0 on target. You think that's okay? They're not doing too bad. Keep going. You've got the ability. Let's tell them that. You weren't that bad. Right, let's go. We have to be better. I think my assistant might be right. Just come back into a low block. If we start getting shots on target, then that will be a good sign. But this isn't a good sign. Oh, referee, send him off. Valeska was through then. Oh, we've been the better team. We just need to put one away. See, United, now most of their possession is on the left-hand side, where we're still having possession. So most of their little fancy passing is happening just outside their box. Oh, that's not good. So maybe I was right in the first place to keep the high lines, because it hasn't affected our shots on target. So we may have to go and press them again. Maybe the assistant wasn't right. Do what we do. Don't listen to him. And we were either going to play well or we're not going to play well. And if we don't get shots on target, we lose. So I'm not going to listen to the assistant anymore. We're just going to play as we play. Because I think he's been drinking by the look of it. Six shots, 0 on target. It's time for the big guns. Winkler, come on and do your stuff. No, and he's not playing, is he? Let's put Corrado on there. Switch that to Shadow Striker. Barco is very tired. João Gomez is awful, as usual. Zambrano can come on and make his debut. Newerton is awful, as usual. So Arribas can come over this side. Mastantuono can go over there. Bajcetic is getting tired, but I want to leave the subs for now. Arribas isn't playing particularly well. So actually, let's put this back. And Utara. Got to try something. De Boer is coming from the youth team. I'm just trying him. That's 7 shots, 0 on target. We just decided to have a bad game today. There's nothing wrong with how we're playing. It's just the match engine's decided we're not getting any shots on target. And I tried to change the lines. It doesn't seem that makes much of a difference. This team, what was my goalkeeper doing? It's just like we've decided to have a bad day today. Some of these boys have been shocking. Oh, it was because it was deflected. That's why. Let's give him a shout. This is not good enough, boys. I think it got deflected, and that's why it looked awful. Not our day today. No trophy coming in today. Barco and Badgertich are tired. I can't change both of them. He's on a yellow card. Am I allowed to actually change more than... Yeah, I still can make changes, can I? Is there one more or two more? Can I make any more? I don't think so. Yeah, it's only 6, isn't it? They've just been poor today. We just got to put it down to the fact that we've had 7 shots and 0 on target. Not much I can do about that. We did try to drop the lines back, but it didn't seem to work. Sometimes when you do that, that will improve. It didn't improve. Just cost us the game. But there we are. No trophy today. We do have another chance of a trophy early on. We've got the Super Cup. So it's just a game saying you're not winning them both. We don't want to watch that nonsense. Absolutely unacceptable, boys. So we got to do better than that against Nottingham Forest. Is he in a goal drought? I'm not quite sure he is. He scored in the last game. And then he scored against Leicester at the end of the season. Oh no, that was April. So if you don't include that because it was a friendly, I suppose he is in a goal drought. So we got to do better against Forest. We have to do better than that. I'd like to get a shot or two on target. Diamonde. He wants Diamonde. Yeah, there's no need to change that. I'm keeping Emmanuel for the time being till I decide which of those wingers to sign or to go after, because there's no guarantee we can sign anybody at the moment. Gets a new contract and then played like an absolute donkey in the Community Shield. It's just unbelievable. Who's he? Never heard of him. Oh, there is this, what was I looking at the other day? Is it him? Yeah, he's just turned 17. I think he's a very decent prospect. We shall see how he develops. Right, we got to do better than that. Oh my God, what a terrible performance. I always worry, like you have a really good pre-season and then you go into your first game and it all falls apart for whatever reason. Another young goalkeeper. Well, Nivas is supposed to be a world-class goalkeeper eventually, so we'll stick with Nivas. Is there any news on the Real Madrid job, which I've never applied for? Yeah, I've not even had an interview, and I'm still favourite. They haven't even invited me in to have a chat. They're absolutely mad as hatters. Players unhappy at your failure to offer him a new contract. Oh, I think he's got to go. I really don't want this to become an issue, so forget I said anything. Okay. Let's hope that works with all the other ones. What happened there? Offer a new contract. Take your time, boss. No problem. Completed Alex Scott. Chiesa. 62 million we want for him. I can't see us getting 62 million for him. I don't really... He's not really up to my standard. Is a thought playing Van Beek at the back, but I don't want to, so I'm going to do that, make some changes there. I don't want to play Van Beek at the back, although he has to play because Bajcetic, I want him to start these games. We'll go with that attacking lineup. I think I'd prefer this way round. We'll start with Barco. Alex Scott in there. And I think Velasco on the wing. So let's see where that leads us. Carcaraz. Timon's still out. So De Boer will come in. Zambrano. Mane is the vice captain, but there's no room for him at the moment. We're going to play him instead of Rualt. Zambrano. Yeah, Chiesa maybe. Hi Juice, I'm using MatchLab 1.4 for this one. I like it. I mean, some of the stuff that comes out, it's pretty good. So Zambrano, I'm not going to play Chiesa. Diamonde can play as the DM. Corrado also can play as the DM. Utara. And then Mastantuono can make up the bench. Or Arribas is actually the man in form. so he can sit on the bench. But we got to do a lot better against Forest. Or is this going to be a tough start to the season? Don't beat Forest. We got Arsenal next. Maybe this is going to be a hard season. Maybe I should go to Real Madrid while the going's good. I think that's about the third time that Real Madrid have actually said that I'm favourites for a job they've had. I think they've got rid of 3 managers. Kieta, that's not good enough. Oh no, we don't play in the Super Cup, do we? No, no. Yeah, we should be playing in the Super Cup. But when is the Super Cup? Ah, yeah. It's Arsenal. Oh, okay. We're not playing Arsenal in the league. We're playing Arsenal in the Super Cup. Ah, that's why I got confused. Maybe we'll get that trophy. So let's go and beat Forest, boys. What a really good performance. We're not doing this lower line of engagement anymore. We're not buying into that nonsense. Carcaraz, fitness stuff. Let's go. First game of the season. Nottingham Forest away. They're the same people, Juice. They were FM Tweak, and now they've changed the name to Match Lab, FM Match Lab. So they're exactly the same people. They just rebranded, basically. You're worried for Forest. I'm worried for us. I'm absolutely worried for us. I think this is going to be a really tough season. Somebody sent me a few messages about the transfer window and said he's had the same problems. When he won the league, he only managed to finish 6th the season after, couldn't buy anybody, and had a very tough season. I think this is probably how it's going to be for us as well. Just going to make sure we're doing the right thing. Let's tell him I've got all the faith in the world in you. And lie again. You need to score some goals today. Let's see how Winkler gets on up top. Worried for Forest in real life. I wouldn't be. I think they're doing okay. We're only 3 games into the season. It's early days yet. All kind of things could happen. I mean, I'm worried for Salah. Salah looks awful. But then, I mean, it's like we're just 3 games into the season. It's early days yet. At least we're hammering Forest, but not a highlight to be seen. But at least shots are on target. 80% possession. We're absolutely hammering them. Look how far back they are. But this, no highlights. This strikes me as a 0-0 coming up here. Let's give them a shout. We need more. Or 0-0, or they will have 1 highlight and score. That's a good pass. Go on, Missouri. Into the box. Oh, he's taken the shot on, and it's 1-0. See, give a good shouting at, and they've done it. They've come good again. I'm not quite sure my shout had anything to do with it. It might have done. Acres of space. Yeah, this is it's a variety. It's a variation of the 4-1-2-2-1, but I've kind of like kept a lot of what we were doing from the 4-1-2-2-1 in terms of tactical approach, and that's why you've always got, with that tactic, you've always got overloads on the right hand side. I really don't know why. Because everything starts on the left and it draws all the defence over to the left, which generally leaves a 2-on-1. You see, we've got a 2-on-1 again. And there's another goal. It just leaves their left back totally isolated against two players. And that 4-1-2-2-1, that's how that works. Because everything comes from the left and the defence drifts across. And then you've got the 2-on-1 left. You can see it starts down the left. And now you've got that 2-on-1. Here it comes, 2-on-1 again. And this fullback doesn't know where to go. He's either going to go towards the attack in mid or he has to go out wide. He doesn't know where to go. That's how that works. It's weird. So again, starting on the left. And again, watch these two. And then you've got the attacking mid comes in here. So all the danger is down the right and all the build-up play is on the left. I don't want to be telling that. It's important we stay focused. Appeared uncertain. Good, that'll keep you focused. It's a good start. But I do not want you doing what you've been doing lately. Collapsing in the second half. Total dominance. Aston Villa winning 4-0. What's that about? Time for some changes. I actually think I agree with you. It is a bit of a dream for them. Maston Twaino has got himself injured. Newerton's got himself injured. Badgetich is tired. Not something I expect from him. De Boer, not De Boer. Where's Van Beek? Didn't I? Oh, he's playing at the back. So let's move up Van Beek into midfield. And Rualt can come in. Barco is tired. Not too happy with Winkler. Zambrano can make his debut. And Arribas can come on. Winkler might make a slow start because this is this World Cup nonsense. Might have to rest him, then play him again, rest him, then play him again. I've got Valesco, who's perfectly adequate up front. He could do with getting a few games under his belt. So maybe if he's had a long World Cup, then just let him rest. Drag them out. So bring it left. That's it. Bring it left. And there we've got a 3-on-2 at the moment. Oh, Zambrano, get in. Lovely little curler. Get in, son. See, we score goals. That Manchester United game was just the match engine. Okay, Sunshine, you're not going to score any goals today. That's just the match engine doing that. And, we can score goals for fun on a good day. But sometimes the match engine says, nope, not today. They really do need to do something about these little hiccups that go on. Like, we were the better team for a long time against United. Why not have us as the worst team? Why can't we be the worst team and lose? I think I have to make a decision. I don't think I'm going to find better wingers. I might regret that decision, but I do at some point have to make a decision. See, we've collapsed again in the last couple of minutes, haven't we? We're not going to lose it, but does concern me a little bit, this collapsing that's going on. They've scored another one. Like, what is going on here, boys? I told them not to get complacent. We've got 2 complacent players here. The defence has gone to sleep, and now they've gone to composed. That's not good enough. I'm going to tell them off. Shall I say it was an excellent win, or shall I tell them off? So I don't like what I saw. That was not good. Is it worth putting one of the deals at least on installments? Maybe the most expensive one. Yeah, it's possible. It's a possible way to deal with it. The only problem is the finances. I've promised these boys contracts. And I don't quite have the money to do it. So the cheaper one would probably be better. Or we could do it in installments. It's not something that I do a lot, so I don't think the club will be too unhappy. We don't really do a lot of that installments. The other thing is to look at bringing them in on loan. I'm not loath to doing that. So if we... Can we get... See, Magno is a very, very good player. He's not the one I would prefer, even though he plays all across that line. The one I would prefer is this guy. He is an absolute gem of a replacement. He's got too many traits, though. I don't like all those traits. He looks like an absolute thug, he does. He could... He's not what I'm looking for. Because could go back to Darami. Darami is a very good player. 28 years old. I know he's a bit old. And then Franca, who's cheap as chips, is not quite as good as the others, but does play across the line, a good advanced forward. Cheap as chips. Let's bring him in. Let's see if we can bring him in. Do a deal for him. We already know that we expect to be one of the most noteworthy players. We can do that. 110 and 135. We can do that too. We wouldn't want to do that, but so let's go and make an offer. Is there a loan offer possibility? No. 6 million. We might as well meet the... That seems like a ridiculous minimum. He's incredibly interested. Well, that's good news. So let's negotiate with him. I don't like this important player nonsense. That'll do for me. Let's see if he likes that. When is the Super Cup? Wednesday. Can we beat Arsenal? We failed against United. Can we beat Arsenal? It really is about, will we get shots on target? That's what it's about. So if he comes in, it's possible we can bring one of the others in as well. We probably then have to sell a couple of wingers. A couple of players will have to go. But the players that we are bringing in would be better. So we'd like to win this trophy, boys, if we could. Would be decent if we could win the trophy. If not, don't worry about it, because we got to play Leeds next. Leeds drew with Liverpool, did they? Oh, that's an interesting result for the Monday night football. Mane, Diamonde, Rualt, Van Beek at left back. I'm not with him. I'm going to use that squad. I don't think playing Winkler is a good idea at the moment. So Corrado likes playing as a deep line forward. And then let's sort the bench out, because he's never got a good bench. Carcaraz. And we got Missouri, haven't we? Carcaraz. And I've got all my centre backs playing across the back line. It's probably not a good idea, that. Barco's capable of playing. Van Beek can go on the bench. Actually, Van Beek can come in for Bajcetic. Ruud de Boer, Chiesa. I don't know where he gets these players from. Like, I've never heard of half of these. Who on earth is Elder Huramovic? Never heard of him. We'll go with that. Let's see how that team gets on. We'll see how that gets on. It's not an important trophy. Oh, João Gomez is out. So Zambrano can start. He's probably fit to play on the bench. Come on then, boys. Arsenal. Expecting a defeat. Well, let's go and prove them wrong. Utara is not fit. Let's bring Maston Tueno over here. And then I'm going to play Emmanuel. This is your moment, sunshine. This is your time. Okay, here we go then. The Super Cup. Arsenal, the winners of the Champions League, huh? Come on, Ipswich. Come on, we got this. We've got them pushed back a little bit. Come on, keep them penned in there. That's what we want to do. Keep them penned in there. It's a good press. Yep, that's exactly what we wanted to do. Brilliant press. Oh, what a chance. Keep them pinned in like that. They will make mistakes. We know Arsenal. Come on, do it again. No, they've broken it this time. So they break the press and go and score this time, will they? Yeah, because we make absolute monkey of our defending. Oh my God, it's going to be one of those finals, is it? Again, look, no shots on target. Absolutely zero shots on target. Mind you, Arsenal's only shot's been off target as well. It's not exactly inspiring the fans at the moment. Don't shoot, don't. Go on, now shoot. Oh. Well, at least we've got one on target. That should count as on target, shouldn't it? Yes, we've got one on target now. Still not good enough. We haven't got the possession, yet we are much the better team. We're creating all the chances. It's because they're probably passing it about outside their box. Oh, pain. Is it possible, FM, you can let me lose when we are the worst team? Let's go to Real Madrid. This season doesn't look very good. We don't lose in many of these. This isn't a cup final, neither was the Community Shield, but still, we don't lose many of them. So this season's not looking great. Again, we've clearly been the better team. Oh boy. Mane is injured, is he? That's that why. Yeah, he's got himself injured, hasn't he? That's not good. This is like something I'm not used to, James. We usually win these games. FM has turned yet again. Well, this isn't a cup final, so we've still only lost one cup final. Yeah, what the hell? There's just go out there, play with freedom, and we will just say be more expressive as well. It's worked once before. The forwards, again, absolutely terrible. Usually as I said, usually we've won the Community Shield. We haven't. I don't think we've played in the Super Cup before as Ipswich, but generally we steamroll the Community Shield, no problem. So these two defeats are a little concerning. The game has turned again. And we can't score goals in big games. We just cannot score goals in big games, it seems. So now we've got to... Look at this nonsense. Winkler, are you on the bench? Yes, you are. Emmanuel, dreadful. So Velasco can come on for him. Mastantuono, he's been okay. Van Beek is awful. Is that it for subs? I think so. I'm not used to this, losing these big games. We're normally really good against big teams. So I'm not used to this. Offside, unfortunately, offside. Yeah, the game has turned, hasn't it? So we're going to have a bad start to the season and improve later. Yeah, you could see he was offside. So we're going to have loads of offside goals, hit the woodwork 5 times a game. It's going to be a bad start. It will improve. Real Madrid or stay? Should I go to Real Madrid? Let's do a poll. So I think there's only you voting, James, and you want out. I kind of feel like I'm with you. Enough Ipswich now. The pain and misery that have been caused. I mean, we've done well. We have won the Europa League in our 7th season and won the Prem in our 7th season. We started in the Championship. So we've done well. But we are just getting thrashed in these big games now. And I just like... they are awful. I think there's only 1 vote, James. Oh no, 3 votes, all saying yes, go to Real Madrid. I haven't had an interview yet. I don't know why we suddenly can't score goals against big teams. And defensively, we are so weak. It's too late now, anyway. 3-0 in this one, 2-0 in the last one. And 3-0 in this one. Oh, well, they're just Mickey Mouse competitions, aren't they? It would have been nice to win one, but not to worry. So again, like 11 shots, only 3 on target. Although our XG is better than Arsenal's. But that figures. We always are the better team, even when we lose. Alright, this is not making me very happy, boys. Have you lost your ability to win? Up front, we're really bad. We need to bring those 2 forwards in, don't we? The game's clearly saying up front you're really bad. So where are we here? Got to play Leeds next 3 days. Huh? Right, if we lose to Leeds, we know this is going to be an awful season. I don't like these red dots we're getting. We only lost 3 games last year. I don't like these red dots. I did say when you have a good pre-season, then it's never good at the beginning of the season. So Timon's still injured. Winkler has to start. We're not messing about here. And Scott needs to start. Arribas is probably the best right winger. Velasco is probably the best left winger. Zambrano and Bajcetic. I'm going to play Missouri, not Mane. And Caceres can get a game. Oh, I've got to do the bench, haven't I? What sort of a bench have I got? So, Mane, he's okay. Barco, Van Beek. Corrado, Chiesa, João Gomez. To an Alex Ferguson. 75 now saying go to Real Madrid. There's only been like 4 votes. But then I guess not many people have been with us since the start. So, like, we have turned down so many jobs just to see how far we could go with this Ipswich team. I'm not sure I want to go to Real Madrid. You're going to find when you go to Real Madrid that they've got a team in absolute disarray. Everybody wants to leave. They've got financial debt. You're probably going to find that when you go to Real Madrid. Sometimes it's better the devil you know than the devil you don't. Right, this is a must-win, boys. I have to somehow get that across to them. So Franco will be coming in. When's his work permit? 21st of August on Wednesday. So we got one of them. This is an absolute must-win. We've got to get that across to them in the dressing room. Make sure we do. They usually respond to harsh talks. So this is a must-win. If we lose this, it might be Real Madrid, might be the way to go. At least when you try to sign a player with a... Yeah, absolutely, Edward. It's been a tough transfer window, but if you're patient, the scouts will come up with players. But what's really not happening is, I don't know, we've only lost one forward. So I can't really understand why our forward line has gone so much backwards. Silva was a good player and he freed up other options. And Winkler, because he's only just come back from the World Cup, he's totally out of sorts. It's a real mess at the moment. That was a strange highlight. So bringing in those, well, two wingers would be a good thing, I think. Certainly be better than the attack that we've got at the moment. I'm going to have to shout at them. This is not good enough. Harry Bass is injured now, is he? For goodness sake. Every game and getting an injury. Well, Leeds have been the better side. That makes a change. Yeah, I didn't like how pre-season was going, and it's just gone downhill now. This is not good. This is absolutely unacceptable. Come on, boys. You just beat Leeds 3-0. Oh, here's the goal. Oh, good block. Shots on target again. That's what it's all about. I've got to find a way to get more shots on target. 11-4 is not good enough. I don't know. See if that works. Corrado needs a goal. Yeah, this is not a great start to the season. Leeds we should be beating. There's no excuse for this. And there is where it's at. No shots on target. Someone's going to score here. Who is it going to be? That was poor. Low crosses, boys. How many times do you need to be told? Oh, that was a chance. Scott. Oh. Yeah, okay, there's a big pile of poo there, and the game is rubbing my nose right in it. Yeah, okay. We know we need to get forwards in. That's the third time I've actually given them a rollicking in a row. That's just not good enough. Badgetic out, Aribas out for 12 days. Yeah, you said that last week. Well, if we don't beat Leicester, we might as well give up. I'm just going to go to, because it's all gone very quiet about, yeah, so they've done nothing. The season must have started over there, and they've done nothing for about 4 weeks. What time is it now? We've got time to play the game against Leicester. We have to win this one. Oh, we're going to be in big trouble. What looked like things were working out suddenly can go so bad. We got to score goals, and I don't know how to do it. I was thinking that I might just play Velasco up top. He's the only one I haven't tried. Let's play Utara. Maston Twaino. This could be Scott who is the problem. And Newerton back on the bench. Shao Gomez in. Let's try Newerton again. Offer Felipe out. Oh, this is going to be a tough season. A very, very tough season. He's disappointed because his form is shocking. He's never going to make it. That's why he's disappointed. Well, you got to start playing better, Sunshine. You might get a new contract then. Yeah, actually, that's probably a good idea. Franco is set to join. I think I might start him. Certainly going to be on the bench. Let's give him a run out. See what he can do. He is like a really good replacement for Silva. I don't know if he's as good as Silva, but he's about as good as we can get. There are better players than him, so we do have to think about De Boer could be better than Missouri, Yeboah, don't know them. Scott, praise recent form. You're having a laugh. You're having a giraffe. Badgetic is better, but not good enough. Right, you'll see a grown man cry if we lose this game to Leicester. It will be awful. I'm going to go back to the defence that I played before. Diomande and Mane. Is he the left footer? No side, yes. Diamande's right side. Missouri and Barco. That is my defence. Badgetic is playing better than Van Beek. João Gomez is dreadful. So Zambrano will start. And I think we'll give Franco a run out. He wants to play Winkler, but I can't risk it because Winkler is not playing very well. Let's put him on the bench. What's Winkler's rating? 6.47. He's on the bench. Evening, Black Mojo. How you doing? I'm not interested in that at all. He's worth 40 million, that boy. We're not doing that. I don't know what's going on with the Real Madrid board. They are certainly dragging their feet. I mean, the funny thing is, I'm favourite to get the job. I still haven't been offered an interview yet. It's going to be one of those. If you go to the interview within 3 days, you get offered the job. That's what it's going to be. Once the board make their mind up to do something. Expected to draw. I'm expecting to win, or the shit will hit the fan, boys. I think Velasco is a good call to go up front. Let's see how... Is he a lefter or a right? Not quite sure if he's left or right. He's an attacking mid, really. But Scott's got that berth at the moment. Yeah, the weather's not good, James. The weather is awful. I do not feel optimistic. Well, Franco's first involvement was not brilliant. They usually get about a 6.6 on their debut. I have noticed. Doesn't matter even if you bring Messi in. He's going to get a 6.6. Oh, my good God. Yeah, the game is now suddenly deciding my defence is crap. Where did that come from? This team has gone to pieces. And it was just playing so well. Real Madrid, here we come. Are we going to get battered by Leicester as well? Yep, we're giving away a penalty now as well. I give up. What have I done to upset the game now? Oh, Lorenzo Luca, we sold him about 5 years ago, didn't we? Still at Leicester. Ah, this is a nightmare. But it's so FM. 2 shots, 2 goals. Like, crikey, I'd love that to happen to me one day. This is awful. And we can't hit the target at all. And this is like a common theme. Since the pre-season finished, when we were getting like 75% shots on target, we have hardly got one on target since the season started. It's a common theme. We just... Oh, look what the goalkeeper's done. Oh, for goodness sake. We're 3-0 down in 15 minutes against Leicester. I wouldn't come into the dressing room at half time if I was you boys. I would just try to find the nearest exit. But yeah, at the moment the game's having a little bit of fun with me. Can't attack, can't defend. Had almost a perfect pre-season in terms of results. We were getting like a 75% shots on target every game. And now look, we can't get a single shot on target since the season began. It's just bonkers. Four 0 4-0, not 3-0, Callum. Wonder what the ratings are for my defence. 6.3 for the goalkeeper, 6.2 for Diamande. But you know what it is, the lines are wrong. The game's just like saying, oh, we know your tactic now. Well, I'm not buying into that nonsense. I really do hope they change the match engine completely, because I'm not buying this nonsense. It is what it is. I said, I called it, that I was concerned that we'd had such a good pre-season on the field that we would have a bad intro to the season. I called it. This game is so predictable. Like, this would never happen against Leicester. It's just the game throwing its toys out the pram. I wouldn't celebrate. Don't know why they're celebrating. Oh, boy. Pain. We're going back to pain. We had a season of ecstasy. Now we're going back to pain again. Franco, the new player, he's on a 6.4. They never start with a... Oh, come on. Look at this passing. What is wrong with you? That was Diamande again. He's the bloody club captain. You should be setting an example. It's not over yet. It's 4-2 now. With a good rollicking at half time, we could probably turn it round in the second half. They need to. I can't believe we were 4-0 down in 26 minutes. What have I done to upset the game? What did I do? Go on, Scott, you're in again. He's missed it. Have you seen have you seen the opposition hitting the crossbar this episode? I haven't. But we've hit the crossbar on the post about 5 times in this episode. Why can't the opposition hit the woodwork? Why is it only us that hits the woodwork? Serious issues with this game. Is it a penalty? Who's taken a knock? Who's taken a knock here? 4-3 now. This is really one a stupid game this is. 2 of the defenders have recovered. Might have changed the team talk. Somebody's taken a knock. I didn't see who it was. But it's not saying injured and struggling to continue. There's a few anxious boys in there waiting for me to speak to them. I just said, what was that? That was not acceptable. But we are back in it. Thanks to this time the attack has played reasonably well. Franca has improved. That's complacent. Very frustrated. Time for him to come off then. Winkler can come on and do his job. Let's try him in there. Goalkeeper. He has improved slightly. Missouri and Diamonde. Let's try Franco as the attacking mid. Again, what a dreadful pass. What is wrong with us? Offside again. Offside goals hitting the woodwork. We're going to lose this. Leicester haven't had their highlight yet. He's miles offside, we know. We may need to get Scott off. He hasn't had a bad game. but he's not really a winger. Again, just giving it away. Our passing's all over the place. Absolutely shambolic. So where does that leave us in the table? 11th. I did say Leicester, we weren't coming back into it. Leicester haven't had their highlight yet. They only need one per goal. That is shambolic. Like, what's happened since, what has been different since pre-season that all this has to happen? Oh, somebody did tell me in the comments you're going to have a terrible season after winning the league. And they're right. They're absolutely right. The game is too predictable. He's absolutely spot on. And there's no reason for it. We've actually only brought 2 players in, so you can't say we've changed the team too much. So, what is it? Putting teams away, lovely. I mean, looking at the goals conceded, we did concede a lot, more than normal. So maybe my defence from last year, who hardly conceded a goal last year, maybe they've all suddenly decided they can't play football anymore because there was never any concern about the defence. That's just nuts. This game is nuts. Yeah, I'm actually going to go back to that other system that we had because we can't play in any system apart from that one. So we're going to go back to that one. Can't remember what it was now. Because we've tried to play in different systems, but the only one we can actually play in is this one. So we're going to go back to that. I've had enough of this game. I really have. It's like, it's so poorly put together that I just, it makes me feel like I don't want to play it. And like I have to play it. I have to bloody come on and play it. And it just is so badly put together. It's so predictable. It's unbelievably predictable. There's nothing wrong with the way we were playing. We were absolutely coasting playing this. I just don't get it. I just don't get it. But there we are. It's a computer game that is loaded. So what do you expect? Okay. Well, that's it. We'll go to Real Madrid. We're still favourite to get the Real Madrid job. I've had enough of Ipswich now. Like, they gave us one good season and Yeah, it's a juice. It's just so. This game is so poorly put together. I've said this before. Ever since FM22, this game has gone so far downhill that it's actually reached the bottom when the wheels cannot turn anymore. It's just reached the bottom of the hill. And all it does, it's just like the game just does things. It does things of its own volition. In 22, you had control over what's going on, but now the game just does things. Right, you're not going to be allowed to do this. Right, you're not going to be allowed to score. Okay, for 10 weeks, you can't defend. It just makes kind of simplistic decisions like that, and there's nothing you can do about it. And it's just the most badly put together game that I've come across, FM24. And I really hope that FM26 is better than this, because this is a shambles, a real shambles. And there's absolutely no reason why this has happened, apart from the game's decided, okay, you did well last year, now you're going to have a shit season. That's all. Well, I'm afraid it doesn't work like that. Computer games can't work like that. And if it's as basic as that, then it's awful, quite frankly. Well, anyway, that's enough of a rant. The game does this to me sometimes, especially this year or the last 2 years. I have never seen such a bad Football Manager game in my life. And I've been playing this for a long, long time. So for the last 2 years, the game has just done this to me. And it's almost like to the fact that it cheats because it makes those kind of decisions. Right, okay, for 10 games, you're not going to be able to score. Or for 10 games, you're not going to be able to defend. Okay, so you were the best defensive team in the league last year. Now you're going to be the worst. Just like, okay. So, yeah, Black, it does. It's just designed to do your head in. It makes you lose concentration, lose focus. But it's so bad now. And if that's all the game is designed to do, they've got it to that point where it just makes decisions on its own. Okay, this, you're not going to be able to defend. Or maybe for 10 games, yeah, you're going to be unbeatable. You're not doing anything different, but suddenly for 10 games, you're unbeatable. And then suddenly you can't cross the ball, or suddenly you can't head the ball, or suddenly you just, your goalkeeper decides he can't play football. It makes elementary decisions like that. And you have no control over that. So I'd say that's cheating. If they've got it to that point where all it's doing is making these elementary decisions, and now it's simply decided you were the best defending team in the league last year, now you're going to be the worst this year. Why? Can you explain to me why, FM? It's just made an arbitrary decision. It's also decided that I can't score goals. And whilst we were scoring goals, suddenly from this game onwards, it dropped. Like we dropped from 75% shots on target to 0. And we haven't been able to hardly get a shot on target. What this game was, I have no idea. Absolutely no idea. Just the game having a laugh. And now it's just, you won all those trophies last year. There's a pile of poo. I'm going to rub your nose in it. And that's not a computer game for me. And if it doesn't improve in 26, I don't know if I can go on to 27. That match engine has got to improve. And it's got to be a little bit more of a football simulation rather than it making these arbitrary decisions on its own for no particular reason. It's just doing my head in at the moment. But anyway, I'm going to be mad enough to play and have the same frustrations. I don't know why they've done this. 22 was almost perfect. But it's like 24. It's almost like they don't want people to buy the next game. Don't you want me to buy it again? Or are you trying to make me stop playing it forever? And they've got to make me want to play this game. Not make me not want to play it. It's poor sales pitch. Because at the moment, if FM26 is the same, I don't want to buy it. Why would I want to buy FM26 if it's built on the same match engine? Because it's going to be just the same with better graphics. So, yeah, I've just about... Whilst we had success last year, I don't think we deserved that success. I don't know where it came from. It was totally undeserved. So they built us up last year, and now they're going to take it all away this year. It's just making decisions by itself. Regardless of what the team is like, it's just making arbitrary decisions. Right, this is going to happen, that's going to happen, and you're not included. And, I'd like to be included, please. But there we go. There we go. It's Football Manager 24 for you. I've hated it for the last 15 months. I've seen it's broken. I've seen so many flaws in it. I've actually hated it for 15 months. I've had to keep playing it. But you'll notice I've brought no tutorial videos out for about 9 months. Because it's pointless. Because the game is broken beyond repair. And you can only hope that people don't have to go through this again in FM26. Because this is shabby. Absolutely shabby. Right, okay. Well, they seem to be very excited, or at least Miles seems to be very excited, and he said they couldn't release 25 because it wasn't ready, and we can't release a substandard product. My answer to him when he said that was, why not? You released FM24. So we don't know what substandard is because FM24 is substandard. It's a shocking piece of software, to be honest. I want to go back to the match engine of FM22. The last time that it played properly. And I'm not going to get my desire. Yeah, that would be classic Callum, wouldn't it? Juice, yeah, they actually do need to start. And I made that short video about the announcement where they showed everybody that 15-second clip of I don't know what that was. And then everybody got excited about it. And like, why? They haven't actually shown us anything yet. It's like, why are you getting excited? And my response to Miles in that interview was when he said we can't put anything out substandard. My response was, when I heard it, why not you put out FM24? That's pretty substandard. So I won't hide that was my reaction to watching that video when he said that. I hope so, Black. I really hope so. Otherwise, I got another year of this torment. But it is what it is, and we go on, and if we get relegated, we get relegated. Champions to relegated would be fun, wouldn't it? It is what it is. Whatever it is. Whatever it is what it is. And it's, you know, people have said to me in the past, oh, you've made too many changes to your team. Well, I haven't made any. I've brought 2 players in. So we can't go along those lines. And selling 1 player is not going to make that much of a difference either. So there's always people who very quickly come in, oh, well, it's the tactic, or it's this, or it's that. The tactic is the same thing as we were using last season, only it's in a slightly different shape because I don't have right wingers and I haven't been able to bring any right wingers who can come in and play here. So it's just slightly altered. So it is not the tactic. We're playing in exactly the same way as we played before. Everything about what we're doing is the same as what we did before. So the game's messed up. That's all. It's no more a computer game than I am. So at least I get a day off tomorrow. So there's no stream on Wednesday. There'll be a stream on Thursday. I'm just going to get through this as fast as possible. And the crazy, stupid thing about this, about this whole save, as bad as it has been, we have always been favourite. Even before we won anything, we were getting job offers from Liverpool, Manchester City, Real Madrid, Barcelona, Juventus came in from us. Paris Saint-Germain wanted me to go manage there. We hadn't won anything then. And now this is starting all over again. I'm favourite to get this job. The press is leaking all kinds of rumours that I want the job. I never said that. So it's starting all over again. Who would employ a manager who's won almost nothing in 8 years? Just had 1 fluky season last year. Why am I so much in demand? The whole save is stupid. But it is what it is. Okay, thanks for watching. I do appreciate it, guys. My rant is finished now. We'll come back on Thursday and do it all again. I'm guessing that it will turn it around at some point and that we will get to finish 6th or 7th. We can call that now. You might as well call that now. Go to your local betting shop and put a tenner on that old man Phil will finish in 7th this season. Pretty much call it now. And we'll do well in the cups again. We always do well in the cups. So we can call it now. So I'm going to take the day off tomorrow and recover from this again. I just don't know what to do. FM24 has got me to the point where I actually don't want to play Football Manager anymore. But I've got to keep playing it in the hope that FM26 is coming out soon. And they don't delay it again. And I find I've got to play FM24 for another 3 months. It's horrible. It's horrid. It's a horrid game. I do not want to play it anymore. But I've got to keep doing it for the sake of the channel. And I just... that's why I've got to the point where I have no input into the game. I've given up trying to have input into the game. So I've just been playing in key highlights and letting it run. And having no input into the game, suddenly we go and win the league. And, this game is nuts. And so it's got me to that point where I've got to be able to take some pills. Just some pills that will make me just and I just won't care what's going on. and then I can play Football Manager then, because there must be some medication that the doctors can give you that just make you like zombie. And then you just play through, and it doesn't matter what goes on. I'll ask my doctor when I go for my blood test results. You got some pills that will make me not care about anything. They turn me into a zombie. Amphetamines. anything will do. Rather than have to put up with this nonsense for a... Oh God, I am so scared that they will delay the release of FM26. I am so scared. I think I'll be suicidal if that happens. I'm just so scared that it gets delayed. And he comes out and says, well, we're not quite ready yet. We're going to delay it till January. Then it becomes March. You never know. You never know. Right, okay. See, we'll come back on... What day is it today, anyway? Is it Tuesday today? I think it is. Yeah, Wednesday I take a day off. Thank God for that. And I'll come back on Thursday and try the FC26 manager mode. I would, but I don't have an Xbox or a PlayStation, unfortunately. And I'm not very good with doing all that sort of nonsense. I've never been able to play the game. Just like, that's why I've done manager games rather than being even. It's on PC, is it? I just don't know what to say anymore. I just don't know what to say. Like, this has been the worst FM ever. They've made me play it for 2 years. I don't know what to say anymore. Right, thanks for coming, guys. I'm going to go and get a cup of tea and get some shut-eye then. And also got a bit of an abscess on my gum, which is annoying me. Hope that'll disappear soon. And the Anth mod for 25 makes gameplay look pretty good. I mean, I'm willing to try anything just to get me away from that. Thinking of doing Cricket Manager or something. But, I think I might try. I'll play any game. Just get me off here. Enough now, Miles. Enough. Give me a proper game. I want FM22 back so desperately. They had it right. They really had it right. And then 23 was a bit dodgy. 23 seemed a little bit too easy. But then we found the flaws. And then 24, well, people discovered the flaws straight away. Right, okay. I shall be off now. Thanks for coming. Take care, guys. Be safe. And stay off the amphetamines. I was only joking. So, have a great night. And be safe and take care. Real Madrid won 81-18. Yeah, it's a thought. But Real Madrid will be worse. See you soon, guys. Take care, buddies.